A relationship is like a garden. Tend to it every day, and it grows and flourishes. Neglect it, and it withers and dies. That's our philosophy. Not just with our clients, but in our own marriage.
So I suppose in a way you're proof of the pudding.
7 years can attest to that.
But surely you must argue.
Not argue. Dispute and resolve. We exchange perspectives. That's what we talk about in One Love for Two. The need for both parties to empathize with each other, even if it's difficult.
But if you found the one, shouldn't that just come naturally?
Even the most verdant of gardens are susceptible to weeds. Our job is to help couples root them out, to plant the seeds of loving tenderness and open, honest communication.
Don't forget the fertilizer.
So tell us about this new venture.
Thought you'd never ask. We're starting a drop-in relationship clinic.
A bit like a doctor's surgery.
Yes. But instead of taking the temperature of your body,
we check the temperature of your heart.
the first consultation's free. So if you need a relationship health check, come on down.
Me?
I was talking about your listeners, but you're more than welcome.
Actually, I'm single.
Now that's outrageous.
So, have you ever encountered anyone who is beyond hope? In your book, you mention a former girlfriend.
Ah, yes. Mara.
Name change to protect the innocent, I assume.
There was nothing innocent about Mara, I can assure you. This was an embittered character. Cynical, scared of intimacy, self-absorbed.
But outwardly, a professional, successful woman.
A doctor, yes.
So what was wrong with Mara?
For some people, showing their true selves is a terrifying prospect. And yet, letting people see beyond the mask is the only way of forming a close relationship.
And Mara couldn't do that?
Unfortunately not.
Why?
Fundamentally damaged. A difficult past, from what I could gather. She was never very forthcoming. But her behavior spoke volumes.
Well, is there hope for someone like that?
There's always hope. But we need the courage to seek help. Strength to look at who we really are. Qualities that Mara lacked.
Now then, how are you for pants? And what about socks? Because you know what they're like. I've got mine of my own. I stick them in the wash, and then that's it. I go walk about. Jack? Hello? Do you mind that was personal?
Exactly.
Well, it wasn't interfering with my work. I was multitasking.
Oh, you call this multitasking? There are confidential files all over the floor. The patients are going to love that.
Oh, well, good, because I was going to stick them on the wall so that everybody could see.
Explain what you're doing.
I'm archiving old files.
I asked you to do that last week.
No, you did not. By the end of the week, you said.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I've written it down.
Zara, Heston is still in hospital, so I assigned Simon to you today to do his assessment.
Oh, Julia, I'm in no mood to babysit.
I don't care what mood you're in. Where were we?
You've forgotten already.
Sorry to interrupt. I believe you're expecting me. Alexis Ford.
Oh, the guru.
So I've been called.
Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. Karen, this is Alexis Ford.
I've got ears.
Karen is our receptionist. And Alexis is a business consultant. I've hired her to improve efficiency. So shall we go through? Oh, would you like a coffee?
Lovely.
2 coffees, please. Java filter, not that awful instant stuff. And cancel my 12 o'clock. I really like that jacket you're wearing.
Thank you very much.
Nice. Come on through.
She liked you.
Who?
Miss, actually, I'm single.
Well, can you blame her?
And you liked her.
Oh, Mitzi.
Now that's outrageous.
Harmless flirtation, Pumpkin.
Weeds in our garden, Jellybean.
Hey, you know you're the only woman for me. Always will be. Hello?
Derek Compton,
Speaking.
perhaps you can help me. I'm having a spot of trouble with my maths.
Excuse me?
Well, according to my memory, we only slept together twice. Which hardly qualifies me as your former girlfriend. Furthermore, our regrettable fling occurred less than 2 years ago, which, according to my calculations, means that you and the delightful Mitzi were already in blissful wedlock. Funny, you didn't mention that.
Sorry, you seem to have the wrong number.
Don't you dare hang up on me.
What do you want?
I want a grovelling apology for a start.
Darling, who is it?
Is that the dear lady wife? Can I have a word?
Look, I don't have time for crank calls.
Crank?
Goodbye. Wrong number.
Anything else?
No?
Actually, yes. Karen, how much of your day is taken up with serving coffee?
Too much.
Karen's job does actually require a certain degree of customer service.
Doesn't yours? Thank you, Karen. Lovely coffee, by the way.
You're very welcome.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't think you fully understand the reason why I hired you.
In my view, the role of a manager is to unleash the power that resides within everyone.
Right. Yeah. Only the problem isn't my management skills.
Julia, if I'm to be of any use, you must trust me. For this day, let me take over. Huh? Do things my way. Just for this day. After all, that's what you're paying me for.
Yes,
I'm all yours.
we're making a house call.
Now, remember your first kiss. The anticipation just before. The beating of your hearts. The first gentle brushing of lips. The warmth that flowed between you. Feel that warmth now. That wonderful glow. That magic. You can open your eyes now. Congratulations on taking your first step to a more fulfilling relationship.
And this is our price list for the rest of your journey to happiness. Not that you can put a price on your future together.
I realize my methods may seem unorthodox, but my techniques have a proven success rate.
With who? Clowns?
Trust me, your staff will respond in a more productive way if you're perceived as less of a threat. Let them see the child inside.
Look, I'm really sorry, but there's obviously been a mistake.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but if I may be so bold, this is fear talking.
Fear?
Yeah. Of being vulnerable, of letting down your defense mechanisms. It's easy to ridicule. What's not so easy is to face the challenge of change. If you can't do it, how will your staff?
I was Lady Godiva, and you were a swashbuckling prince.
No!
Princess?
I told you, I'm not doing it. I don't care what this man did to you. I'm not going to be part of some sort of charade.
I'll pay you.
I'm not Daniel. Take me back to the mill.
I have to admit, I'm not surprised. Squares like you rarely let anything upset the delicate balance of your boring little lives.
We met at a wine bar. There were no costumes.
I could kiss you.
Please don't. This is well outside my job description.
Mr. and Mrs. Wainwright.
Oh, thank heavens! Mitzi, you're in desperate need. Desperate.
If you'd like to fill out a questionnaire and wait.
Oh, no, we can't wait. There are weeds in our garden. Weeds and thorns and brambles.
Oh, my.
Please, please, would you mind terribly?
No, that's fine.
This way.
Hello, Derek.
Come in. Thank you for coming to see me, Karen. Have a seat. I'd like to start by saying how much I appreciate all the work that you do at the mill.
Thank you, Julia.
Karen, how does what Julia just said make you feel?
Like I've just slipped into an alternative reality.
Good, good. That's what this is all about. Experiencing alternative modes of being.
Okay.
Now, I want you to take turns telling each other one thing that irritates you about the other in the workplace. Couched in the phrase, when you do that, it makes me feel like this. And don't forget the power of thank you. Karen, why don't you go first?
Julia, when you nag me all day long, picking on every little thing I do, it makes me feel furious and undervalued.
Karen, when you... Thank you, Karen. When you spend all day waffling on the telephone instead of working, that makes me feel frustrated and angry.
Thank you, Julia.
Excellent.
Julia, when you treat me like a child, it makes me feel like throwing you down a well.
Now remember constructive feedback.
Karen, when you behave like a stroppy teenager, that makes me feel like wringing your neck.
Stay positive.
Julia, when you treat me like your personal maid, it makes me feel like ramming your face down a toilet.
That's not positive.
Karen, when you make reception look like a tip, that makes me feel like driving you into the country and leaving you for dead.
You're forgetting the power of thank you.
This is ridiculous.
I'm enjoying it.
Oh, you would.
There is so much distance between us. I mean, look at him. He can barely stand to be in the same room as me.
Simon, is that how you feel?
I'm fine.
Now, is that absolutely true?
Come on, darling. We promised ourselves that we were going to be completely honest. Completely and totally honest.
I know it's difficult. But until you start opening up to your wife, you can't hope to have a fulfilling...
All right. The truth is, I don't find you attractive anymore.
Excuse me?
The spark is gone. I mean, it's hardly surprising, is it, considering the age difference?
How dare you?
I should be with someone so much younger.
I am not so sure. You are hardly the king of cool.
At least I don't dress like a...
Like a what?
Let's keep this constructive. Simon, why do you think you're no longer attracted to Zara?